Okay. Aniket, Aniket Shinde. So you have submitted your project. I've seen it. It's good. Next. So I'll move to the further. So already I appreciated some more people who already submitted the project in the first day itself. You are you already submitted, right? Yes. So I also seen it. So next I'll move to the further. What is our last class concept? Hmm. Classes concept. What is the use of classes concept? What is the use of classes concept? Come on. To develop programmer defined data type and to develop real time application. What is the use of developing programmer defined data type? To store the customized data and to perform customized operations. To store the customized data, we require data members. To store customized or to perform customized operations, we require what? Methods. Okay. So this is the concept completed and a class concept definition also completed. This is what we discussed in the last class. And today we are entering into the a class is a collection of what? Data members as well as what? Methods. So today we will talk about the data members and methods we will introduce in the class. So let me start about the concept of inside of it. Now I'm going to write it. So syntax for defining the class in Python. Syntax for defining the class in Python. Defining the class in Python. Already we discussed class concept. That class concept is same in all the object oriented programming language whose syntax will differ from one language to another language. Let us start understanding about the concept of this kind of thing. So what will be the syntax? Very, very easy. Now I'm going to talk about something like this. Class. To define a class in Python, to define a class in Python, to define a class in Python, so we use the following syntax. An object. We use the following syntax. We use the following syntax. Okay. So let us follow the syntax here. So under that, which is the keyword we used here? Which is the keyword used for defining the class? Already that concept is covered here. Already this concept is covered here. We use a keyword called what? Class. We use this keyword. Okay. So class, I will write class name. I'm going to define class name. So inside of it, I will write some of the detailed syntax I'll write. Try to understand very carefully. I'll write something. You just go on observe it. Class level data members. Class level data members. I will go for DEF instance method name. Instance method name. I'm going to write it. And self comma list of formal parameters. List of formal params. List of formal params if any. So there I will write it. Performs. Here I'm going to write it. Performs. 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 Specific operations. Specific operations on instance data members. Don't worry about it. I will explain everything now. We'll start and specify instance data members. Specify instance data members. So this is about instance method. I will explain that. Similarly, I'll go for one more kind of syntax. I'll take it at the rate class method. Have you seen any time in my class at the rate? Hmm. Have you seen any time at the rate in my class? What is that? Hmm? Very good. Decorator. Who said that? Raise your hands. Very good. Right. So, anyone you stand up who raised the hand? Anyone you stand up? What is the definition of decorator? Don't know. Only heading we know. Inside the heading, we don't know that. Then what is the use? Already decorator concept completed or not completed? Completed or not completed? Huh? మళ్ళా చిన్నగా ఎందుకు అట్లా? Speak fluently. Completed or not completed? Then why you are not answering then? Morning breakfast completed or not? Completed or not completed? Yesterday night food completed or not completed? Completed. Yesterday lunch completed or not completed? Everything completed. But subject will not complete. అన్ని టైం టు టైం జరగాలి. కానీ సబ్జెక్ట్ జరగదు. సో టేక్ కేర్. Think about your things. Now I'm going to take it. I'm going to write it. Class level method. Class level method. A decorator is one of the method which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. Already I said how to define our own decorator concept. I said CLS. CLS. List of formal parameters, if any, specifies performs common operation, instance data members, specify class level data members, class level data members. Next, I will write it. One more thing, DEF underscore underscore init underscore underscore self comma list of formal parameters, list of formal parameters. There I will write it. There I will write it. Block of statements, block of statements, block of statements, block of statements, performs, 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 object initialization, object initialization, object initialization. This is called one more kind of statement. D of one more I will write it. Underscore underscore del. Underscore underscore del. Only self, no more parameters. I will write it. Block of statements. Block of statements. Block of statements. Deallocates. Deallocates. I'm going to write it. Block of statements. Deallocates memory space. Deallocates memory space. Deallocates memory space. These are called these are called statements. This is called the exact meaning of class. Whatever teachers used to say, class is a collection of objects. What they are taught to you already. Is it a collection of objects? Huh? Hmm. By using class, what we can create? Object. But class is a collection of object. Huh? No, using class, we will create object. But class is not a collection of object. What is the class? Class is a collection of what? Data members and methods. Methods are nothing but what? Whatever the functions we have learned already in our class, they are called what? Methods. That methods we are writing. How many types of methods are there? Two types. One is instance method name. One more is class level method. How many types of data members are there? Two types. One is class level data member. One more is called what? Instance data member. So finally, I'm going to write it. Conclusion I'm going to give you. This is a syntax. Hence, what a class can contain. Hence, class contains. Hence, class contains the following. Contains the following. Here I'm going to write it. Class contains the following. Number one. What is the number one it contains? Data members will present. Data members will present. In the data members, we have two things. One is called instance data members. I will tell you the meaning of instance data members. Concentrate more on coding. Instance data members. Second one is called what? Class level data members. Class level data members. In Java, it is called static data members we can call. Okay. And Java comparison not necessary for you because some people who learns Java, .NET, that this everything they will learn and they will come to Python. అన్ని బస్సులు ఎక్కి ఉంటారు, అది గమ్యానికి చేరదు అది. All buses they journeyed. .NET bus they catched it. Testing tools bus over. Java bus also over. All of them did not reach to the target. The job is not coming. And you are coming to Python. So next is called what methods. These are called types of data members. Next is called methods. We will write inside. There are two types of methods. One is called instance method. Instance methods. Second is called class level methods. Class level methods. I will explain and examples, many more things. Third one, we will go for constructors. Constructors, I will go for it. What is the use of constructors also I will explain. There are two types of constructors are there. One is called a default constructor, default constructor. Second one is called a parameterized constructor, parameterized constructor, parameterized constructor. Here default constructor, parameterized constructor. Examples I will explain. Next, fourth one is called destructor. Destructors. Destructor. There it is only one destructor. In connection with it, it is going to be related to what? Garbage collector. Have you heard about garbage collector in my class? Right. Only you have seen, definition only you have seen. Here you are going to see programmatically. I'm going to explain programmatically. This is about the concept of what? Class, what it contains. If I go to an interview, what is the definition of class? Somebody ask me, I will say a class is a collection of data members, methods, constructor, destructor. This is a complete definition of the class. Even if we say a class is a collection of what? Data members and methods also no problem. But data members and methods are compulsory to write it. Constructors and destructors depends on how well you are in the coding of hoops. So let's start up. Right. So coming to next, we are entering into the types of data members. So when I'm going to start with the programming in OOPS, every Python program in OOPS must start with the concept of class. In that class, what we must define first, what we must define first, what we must define data members. How many types of data members are there? Two types. One is instance data members, class level data members. So first topic, I am going to enter into types of data members. Types of data members I am going to discuss. Types of data members I am going to discuss. In class of Python, in a class of Python, Java also containing types of data members in a class of Python. That explanation is different. And this explanation will be something different. Start up. Right. Now, in a class of Python, in a class of Python, we can define, we can define, we can define two types of data members. Two types of data members. First of all, why do you take data members? First, you tell me. Two types of data members. They are. Hmm. Why do you take data members inside the class? First, you tell me that. Hmm? Why do you define data members inside the class? Data members. Next is called instance data member. Next is called what? Class level data member. Okay. Class level data members. Why do you define a data members inside the class? You tell me. Hmm? To store the, come on, to store the data. For that purpose, we are going to take what? Data members. Generally, where do you store the data? Object. Inside the object, who is there? Data members. Muddu, yesterday I wrote it. Class is a collection of data members and methods. Whenever we define a class, There is no memory space created for data members and methods. But whose memory space is created when we create an object? With respect to what name? Class name. What are all the data members and methods are there in the class, which are appearing as it is as a part of object with the what? Memory space. So that programmers can store the data in data members of object and performs operation on the data members of the object by using methods. So where do you store the data ultimately? In the data members of the object. First of all, this is a very important. I want to tell you one example. So you want one shirt you want to buy. You want to buy one shirt. You want to buy one shirt. And you've seen in the entire Hyderabad showrooms, you did not find the shirt. What you are expecting, you did not find. What you will do? What you will do? You are expecting some model of the shirt which you did not find. What you will do? Hmm? You will not buy. You will buy or not? You want so and so color? You want so and so model? You have visited so many shops, you did not find. What you will do? You will go for nothing. You will not do anything. So you will buy one cloth. You will buy one cloth, plain cloth, and you will go to tailor. So the tailor, you are telling, I've seen in the entire Hyderabad many showrooms. I did not find the model of the shirt what I am looking. That's why I purchased the cloth of what color I like it. And you take this cloth and you stitch the shirt in such a way that what is my specification? What is the specification? Plan. That plan is called class. So you will be giving the measurements: shoulder, hands, length, chest, all types of measurements taken. All types of measurements taken. After taking that, and you are telling some extra specialities to your shirt in the paper they have written your name on the book, tailor book, and written your name, written your mobile number, and written all the measurements. And you are saying to that tailor, I want apple cut you want for your shirt, apple cut I want on both the sides, I want apple cut. And I want two packets on both side, two packets on my shirt. Two packets I want. You will write two packets like this. You will write two packets in book itself. And he's saying that I want a shirt. I want the packet. Packet require one button. That button requires something. And you are saying, you are telling the buttons sizes also you are saying. Buttons style also you are telling. Buttons style. And the shirt stitching, not a single kind of thing. Double stitching you are saying. Shoulder time, shirt time. You are telling about double stitching you are saying. Are you following? And don't look at my shirt, okay? Double stitching I want. I want some different buttons I want. And you are telling all these things. Plus, you are telling about for hands. For hands is concerned, the last part of your hand. It should have some type of holding I want. You are telling all these things. What these are all called? Specification of my shirt you are telling. You will write everything in the paper. Do you feel that that paper is called your shirt? Now, what is that? Class. And you're telling apple cut and the two packets and all those things are called what? Data members. Data members they are called. Measurements is called data members. According to that, you'll say come on after 2 days. And the 2 days time, they will be cutting the cloth. According to that, they will make your shirt ready. Shirt ready. In the tailor shop, the shirt is ready. What is the shirt is already prepared and available here is it is known as what? Object. In this object, you will wear this measurement paper or you will wear your shirt. Shirt. This is known as what? Object. Whatever the details you said, as it is, those details will be there in your object or not. That means whatever you are defining inside the class, as it is, they are coming into your object. So, whatever the details you are mentioning inside the class, that are reflecting as it is to the object. I think at least this example gives the clarity about what is the class and object. Understand? So, coming to same thing, you go to another kind of thing, concept called what, any type of any type of car models. You see car models every financial year, some new model of the car will be released by the car manufacturers. Every year new model of the cars will come. So why the new model of the cars will come every year? That car manufacturers will study the people's requirements, customer requirements, they will study, and after studying they will do some changes. So before going to release the car model, they will go for preparing the model or not. Some diagrammatic representation of the car model they will prepare all car model preparation they will do. For all passengers AC variants they want. For driver side AC variants, airbags required for everything, and you require one panel to see your listening songs, and then dashboard required. All wheels kind of pressure I want, volumes I want, everything, cruise controls I want, many more controls you are mentioning inside the model itself. That is known as what? Specification of your car of 2026 model, for example, and that you will release to the manufacturing unit. They will prepare the exact component according to my specification. The specification is known as what? Class name, and this is known as what here, object name. So where you can sit inside the class specification, you can sit inside the object, inside the object. So only class cannot do anything. Definitely what I require, object is required. So these examples are more than enough to make you to understand what is the importance of data members. Are you following? So coming to the point of it, last and final, you want to prepare one type of wristwatch. Wristwatch you want to prepare it. What is the wristwatch they are expecting? They need one needle for hours. They need one more needle for minutes. They need one more needle for what? Seconds. They are preparing. They are preparing. This is called what, watch model. They are saying this is called a specification. Will you wear this specification on your hand? No. They will send you the manufacturing unit. In the manufacturing unit, they will prepare the component. That component is called what? Object. That definitely will contain what? Three needles. These are called what actually? Data members. They are available in the component also. Three needles are working, right or not? Whatever is there in the class, they are reflecting as it is into object. So this type of projection, if you have, you can understand the whoops very well. Are you following me? So let us start with last and final example. Who are you? Student చెప్పొద్దు. Situationally, you need to say, who are you? ఏందమ్మా అట్లా చూస్తారు? Who are you? Object. You are object. This part I said in the beginning only, in the platform independent only, I said animal, teacher, student. I said in where? In LKG only I said this. When you came to my class with a chocolate, I said that example. And you are almost coming to the exit. Okay. So who are you? Object. What your object contains? That means you are an object of which one? Student. That means student, you are an object of student class. So what is your class name? Student is a class. What a student should contain? Number, name, marks, college name, number of hours reading, number of hours practicing, number of hours solving the papers, number of hours practicing, number of marks you got it. These are all called functions which are available. All these things are available in your object or not? Yes. Next, last and final. Now, how the appearance of the human being? Every human being in the real life is called what? Every human being in the real life is what? Object. Every human being in the real life is object. So, how the human being should contain, what human being will contain? So, God has created one class. What is that class name? Human being. Human being is a class which contains what? Two eyes, two eyes, two legs, two hands, one heart, one brain. Correct. Next, like that, they created a lot of components inside. What these are all called? Data members. 2 years, all these things. Methods also they said need to go to the classes regularly, need to read every day, need to practice every day, need to follow the teacher guidelines, need to do their work carefully. These are all called what? Methods. These are all called what? Data members. Correct or not? So then human being came. First human came. When the human came, how many eyes are there? Two eyes are there. Two ears are there. One nose is there. One brain is there. And one tongue is there. And two hands required. Two legs required. All these things are required. This is called what? Object. This object is having what? All these are all called what? Data members. This was already mentioned in which class? Human being class. Correct or not? Well, so what is a human being class? All types of human beings are what? Objects. What is a student called? Class. Types of students are what? Mobile is called what? Class. Types of mobiles are objects. Teacher is class. Types of teachers, objects. Right? Animal is what? Class. Types of animals are objects. Like that. So first classification of what class is, what is an object is. If you have this clarity, na, programming will become dead easy. Generally, whoops means everybody will feel that very difficult. Actually, whoops is a very easiest topic. So let me start. Whatever we have done so far, these are all functional programming. Same programs you can rewrite by using object oriented programming. So Python programs can be developed in two ways. One is by using functional programming, one more by using object oriented programming also you can do. So we are rewriting the same code by using OOPS principles. We are going to do it. Now, for doing that, I am talking about what? Data members here. How many data members are there? Two. One is instance data members, class level data members. What is the instance data member and class level data member? Let us start taking about. I want to take about the student. Who is the student? Who is the student? I said class name. I said inside the student, what we are writing? Data members I am writing. Which data members I want? Which data members I want? Two types of data members I want to take it. For example, let us worry about not to worry about that. What are the data members you want to take? Just tell me. SNO. Next is called what? Yes name, marks, and then course name, CRS name for all of you. CRS name for all of you. These are called data members. I decided to take it. Okay. First, concentrate on the data members. Once we define a class, what is not created? Memory space is not created. Now I'm creating a object. First student came. How do you create an object in Python? List object, how to create? L1 is equal to what? List of. How do you create a next object? L2 is equal to list of. Like that, L3 is equal to what? List of. What is the list here? Class. What is L1, L2, L3 are called? Objects. Like that. What is S1 is called? Object of which class? Student class. Now I am writing student. So the moment when you create an object, do you know student? First time you are understanding S1 is an object which contains SNO, which contains SNO, which contains yes name, which contains yes name, which contains what? Marks. Marks. Which contains what next? Course name. This is the details are coming. Whatever the data members are there inside the class, that are by default coming as a part of an object. Any data members are coming to memory space as a part of an object. Those data members are called instance data members. We can call instance data members. Instance data members. Now, spell out once. What is that? Instance data member. How do you recognize it as an instance data members? They are coming as a part of what? Object. Next, one more student is coming. S2 is equal to student of. What is happening? One more object is creating. That object also will contain what? Number, name, marks, course name. That also will be containing. Number, name, and marks are available as a part of what? S2. Number, name, and marks are creating as a part of what? S1. Suppose if I create 100 objects, how many times that memory space will be coming? 100 times memory space is coming for number, name, marks, and course name. These kind of data members are called what? Muddu, come on. Instance data members. నిల్చోండి అందరు. అందరు నిల్చోండి. అందరండి మీరు రారు అందులోకి. కూర్చోండి. మీరు కూర్చోండి. సో మధు బాబులు వాట్ డేటా మెంబర్స్ దేర్. నువ్వు కూర్చో బాబు. నువ్వు కూడా కూర్చో. నువ్వు కూడా కూర్చో. ఎందుకు ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎందుకు అనవసరం. నంబర్, నేమ్, అండ్ మార్క్స్, కోర్స్ నేమ్ ఆర్ called what? Right. Anybody is having health problem, sit down. Don't stand. Right? Anybody is having health problem, sit down. Don't stand. If you are having stamina, then only you stand up. Otherwise, you sit down. Now, number, name, and marks and course name is called instance data member. What is an instance data member? They are available as a part of object. That are called instance data members. Now, if I create 100 objects, suppose you people are there. For every student, a number is there, name is there, marks is there, course name is also there. They are available with you people. Those values are differing from one student to another student. They are called they are called instance data members. So how do you define instance data members? Instance data members are having different values for different objects. They are called instance data member. If you go to your colony, every colony will have a lot of houses are there. Each house will have house number, house related members. They are going to be same or different? Different. House number, house related names, all those things are called which data members? Instance data member. Banking, account number, balance, customer name, PIN, all those things are what? Instance data member. You take employee number, employee name, salary, designation are called. Right. Particular values in the object are called instance data. Any data members are available as a part of object also called instance data member. Now, think carefully. The students who are present in our class, all of them are learning which course? Same course they are learning called what? Python. For example, number one, name is called X, marks is called 4.5, and the course name is called Python. And the next number is called 2 here, name is called Y here, and next is called what? 6.5, and the course is also called Python. Like that, hundreds of students are learning which course? Same course they are learning Python. And you observe it. What is your special observation here? Every data member is having different values are there. Number, name, marks. Except what? Course name. For all the objects, what is a common value here? Course name. So would you like to create the memory space for course name every time? No. I want to create the course name memory space how many times? One time. One time memory space I want to create for a course name. Such a type of one time memory space creation is known as class level data member we can call. Which level data member? Class level data members. How many types of data members are there? Two types. One is instance data members, class level data members. Instance data members will create the memory space every time when an object is created. Class level data members memory space will create how many times? One time, irrespective of number of objects are created. Did you understand that? Online students, is it clear for all of you? Is that explanation is clear? So course name is called what in our class? What is this now? Class level data members. And this SNO up to here, this is known as what? Instance data member. Instance data member. So name also instance data member. Next marks also instance data member. Number also instance data member. Take one more example called what? Employee. What is an employee called here? What is an employee here? Class name. Class name. Under that, what I am taking E and O, E name. Next is called salary. Next is called designation. Designation. Next is called company name. Company name. And the first, all four members are called what? Instance. Because they are having different numbers, different names, different salary, different designation. But company name for all the employees of same company is called same or different. So company name is called class level data members. Are you following me? So online students, this is a class level data member. Others are going to be like this. Last and final, when you go for an account, when you open an account in the bank, when you open an account in the bank of something, what is available there? ACNO. Next is called what? Customer name. Next is called balance there. And next is called B name there. Next is called PIN over there. Now tell me, what are instance data members here? Account number, customer name, balance, PIN. Because these values are changing from one customers to another customer. They are known as what? Huh? Right. P name is going to be called what? Common value. Common value for all the objects. Common value for all the customers. So it is called what? Class level data member. Take electoral list of India. What will be happening? Your epic number is different. Your name is different. Your address is different. And country name for all the Indians is what? Same. Country name is called class level data member. Other details are instance data members. Are you able to follow? How many types of data members? Number one, instance data member, class level data member, class level data member. Sai Kumar, IFC is also class level data member. B name is also class level data member. And you can build the concept. Understand? Right. So finally, I'm going to conclude my sentences. What is my sentences? Whenever you define a class with your knowledge of subject, you can define two types of data members. One is instance data members, class level data member. Instance data members memory space will create how many times? Every time when we create an object. Class level data members memory space will create how many times? Only one time, irrespective of number of objects are created. You create lakhs of objects, but whose memory space will create one time. How to define that? I'm going to tell you. First of all, this concept is important. Students, I'm going to show you one small diagram for you. And here I will write it, instance data members, and I will write it some description here for you. Understand this carefully. Here also, I will write the description in this case. So coming to the point back, instance data members, I'm going to write it. Instance data members are those, instance data members are those, instance data members are those whose memory space, whose memory space create, whose memory space create, creates, whose memory space create every time, each and every time, each and every time when an object is created, when an object is created. When you go to a bank to open an account, your number will be different, your name will be different, your PIN will be different, your balance will be different. but your B name is similar to the existing customers only. It will not create the B name once again to you. Are you following me? So, instance data members are those whose memory space creates each and every time when an object is created. Why we use instance data members here? Now I want to tell you. Instance data members, why do you use it? Now I am going to tell you. In this case, I will write it. The purpose of instance data members, the purpose of instance data members is that the purpose of instance data members is that to store which values? Specific values. To store which values? Specific values. Specific values. That is nothing but particular values. That are nothing but dependent values. Your number, your name, your marks, and your address is entirely different from my details. They are called specific. Particular values are called instance. And hence this part. Next, memory space point of view, if you come, this is created each and every time, and hence, instance data members are also called object level data members. Object level data members. So, instance data members are always available. Instance data members are always available with whom? Objects. Mudu. Available with whom? Objects. So that's why they are known as which level data members. So which data members are available with object? Instance data members. So instance data members are always available with whom? Right. Whose memory space created every time? Right. Instance data members are available with whom? So you are storing the data inside the object in the form of which data members? Instance data members. Having clarity? Right. Online students, is these two lines are clear? Spell out. Everybody need to respond it. Come on, quick. Very slow, very slow. Only few people are responding. I think you just now wake up or what? I don't know. You just now wake up or not? I don't know. So come to the point of it. Now, morning, one student is there, and a different student. I have seen 6 years back. Some different students will be there in the class. But totally odd man out in the class. Complex data type I am teaching last 2 days back. Complex data type. Complex data type is containing what? Real part as well as what? Imaginary part. ఆయన థింకింగ్ చూడండి ఎలా ఉందో. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ వండరింగ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్. And it rings in my all the day when I'm going to sit some freely. I will think about this doubt. Some days it will ring in my ears always. Real part, imaginary part, imaginary. అంటే imagine. He's thinking like that. Imagine. Imaginary part. What is that imaginary part is asking? What is imagine? Imagination is asking. Very danger candidate or not? Real part. Real. Real and real. What is the real part is asking? So it's a danger candidate or not? So to go to that candidates is a very danger. And he completed studies almost 16 years back. He completed. And those people are coming nowadays. Out of 204 students in the morning 7:30 recently started, almost 180 people are working employees only. In that 180, almost 100 people are removed from the companies, lay off people only. మీ వాళ్ళంతా సీనియర్స్, మీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ మీ అంకుల్స్ టైప్ వాళ్ళంతా. మీరు కూడా అంతే, వాళ్ళు కూడా అంతే. ఆఫ్టర్ స్టడీస్ దే ఆర్ థింకింగ్ రియల్, అంటే రియల్ పార్ట్, రియల్. ఇమాజినరీ పార్ట్, ఇమాజినేషన్. ఇమాజినేషన్ పార్ట్ ఈజ్ వాట్? వాట్ ఈజ్ ఇమాజినేషన్? ఈజ్ what, sir, what is the imagination part? Imagination is saying, I forget my original concept because of that concept. So if I speak to wrong person, original subject will be lost. So I can teach to any student, But if we deal that student, I should be careful. First of all, I have to wear a helmet first of all to teach to that candidates. So if I answer that, na, it's very, is a normal, like you are, no. He's already 16 years back, he completed his education. ఆయన చెప్పాలంటే చాలా కష్టం నాకు. ఆయన మర్చిపోయింటాడు అసలు. ఈ ఆల్రెడీ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈ ఫర్గెట్. బట్ ఈ సేయింగ్ దట్ ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఎంప్లాయీ అండ్ రిమూవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద కంపెనీ. ఎందుకు రిమూవ్ చేస్తారు? వై దే రిమూవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ కంపెనీ? ఇట్లాంటి డౌట్లు వస్తేనే తీసేస్తారు ఫస్ట్. ఇఫ్ దే గెట్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డౌట్స్ దే విల్ రిమూవ్. అంటే టోటలీ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్డర్, సబ్జెక్ట్ లేదు. దట్స్ వై దే రిమూవ్డ్ ఇట్. ఎనీ సో డోంట్ థింక్ లైక్ దట్. Come to the point of it. Instance data members and class level data members. Sir, how to specify? And here also I will write it. Here also I will write it. The purpose of, here also I will mention the purpose of class level data members is that to store which values? Common values. To store what values? Common values. The purpose of class level data members is that to store which values? Common values. Common values. Perfect. Next, instance common values means I already said to you. What are the common values I said? Now, class level data members memory space will create only once, irrespective of number of objects you create. For example, all you people, objects will create every time. Every time your details are available. Your details are available with your called instance. And my name, a faculty name, need not to create every time. It's a waste of memory space. Correct or not? If I store every time, it will be taken as what? Waste of memory space. But how many times I want to create? Only one time. That one time creation is called which level data member? Class level data member. So I'm going to write it. Instance data members are those whose memory space created every time when an object is created, I said. Now I'm going to write it. Creates. Here I'm writing. The class level data members are those. Class level data members are those. Here I'm writing. Class level data members are those whose memory space creates. How many times? Only once, irrespective of irrespective of irrespective of hmm, irrespective of number of objects are created. Number of objects are created. You create hundreds of objects, no problem, but whose memory space will create how many times? One time. That are known as which level data members. And this kind of decision will be taken by the programmer by understanding the domain knowledge. Suppose I am developing a banking application. Banking application knowledge is required. Account number, separate, separate, separate. Name, separate, separate. Balance, separate. PIN, separate. Branch name, stand properly, keeping the hands in the packet. Close your hands. So, come on. How do you do that? Branch name is what? Shema. Branch name Shema. Branch name is what? Class level data member. Class level data member can be stored how many times? One time. So, irrespective of number of customers you have, that is known as which level data member? Right. Now, students, I will go to the next step. How to specify instance data member so that whose memory space will create every time. Now, students, programmatically, I'm going to mention it. Will you speak constantly? Will you speak constantly? I'm making you to sit. Will you speak constantly? Right. Sit down. Sit down. Take rest. Again, if you don't respond, again, standing is a common thing. Now I will go for programmatically. Hmm. Programmatically, every every programmatically every instance data member, every instance data member must be specified. Every instance data member must be specified or can be specified. Data members can be specified in three places. In specified in three places. In three places. What are those? Number one, I am writing. You can mention this instance data members in three places. Number one, through an object, through an object, through an object, through an object. Number one. It's a little difficulty, students, but you need to understand. Through an object. Next, inside of instance method. Inside of instance method. Number three, inside of constructor. Inside of constructor. You see any tutorials, any YouTube, JetTube, any YouTube you take it, this much deep is not there. They'll go to first one and they'll say finished. And if you go to any artificial intelligence, machine learning, all those things, you will be getting this kind of things only. Oops is very important. The total Python developed with oops only. The total Python library itself developed with oops. List is called what? Class. Inside the class, what is there? Append, copy, avennenti, methods. Which is taking what? Self. Have you seen self there? Self seen, huh? Right. What is the self? What is the self? Help of list. Help of list. You see class list. What is these are all called here? Methods. Methods. You see so many things you have seen already in my class. Append self, self. So many number of selves are there. Every time self only will be there. What is the self? Self is a self is a right. Come to the point. So you don't have the self. Me self లేదు అసలు. Right. So instance data members can be specified how many places? Three places. One is through an object I can specify. I will explain through coding. Inside of instance method I can specify. Inside of constructor I can specify. That's why if you look at my syntax, I mentioned it. Instance method specify instance data members. Next, here we are having block of statements initializing object. Object contains which data members? మొద్దు ఇప్పుడే కదా చెప్పింది. So they are called instance data members created memory space every time when an object is created. Hence instance data members are called object level data members. Here what I wrote it, initializing object. Object contains which data members? Instance data members which are initializing. That means we specify in where? Through what? Constructor. This is called constructor. I am going to explain that in the classroom. So through an object, through a constructor, through an instance method. This is one thing. Now here, when you come to this place, programmatically, class level data members can be specified in three places. Class level data members can be specified in three places again. Class level data members can be specified in three places. They are number one, inside of class level class definition. Inside of class definition. If you go to my syntax here, class name, class level data members immediately after the class. Immediately after the class. Here you see, this is one thing, but instance data members are specified inside of what? Instance method. This is the difference between memory space creation. Anyhow, in the coding, I will show. Next, the second one is called what? Inside of main program. Inside of main program. Do you know what is main program? Do you know what is main program in our class? What is that? First functional area, functions will define, later we'll define main program area. What is the main program area? How to write a code for main program area? How to write a code for main program area? చదువు లేదు ఏం లేదు. If underscore name underscore is equal to double quotes underscore main underscore written or not? అందుకే మీరు వేస్ట్ క్యాండిడేట్స్ అంతా. So go to the place. Here I will go to this place. Here you go to 11 a.m. You go to the functions there. In the functions place, in the approach number 1, function test. Somewhere else there is a function test. If you go to that place, here I wrote it. If a name underscore underscore name is equal to underscore underscore main written or not, Japan already, where I said in the functions only. Is it necessary to write now? In the modern world, it is not necessary. It is not necessary. I said that type of thing also. If you go to my functions here, function test2.py, there you are going to write it. Directly I can write like this without writing. In the older version, that is the style. In the modern versions, you need not write. So what is the main program? What is the question in interview point of view? C++ programming, Java programming contains main function. Why there is no main function in Python? You can say we can write main function also in the Python program. Like what? If underscore underscore name is equal to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, you can write. Already shown in the functions only. Already you know. Already notes is there. Me గుర్తులేకపోవచ్చు, but the code was written. Already from your folder only opened. So here inside of main program I will write. Next inside of class level data member. Class level data member I will write it. Class level method, sorry. Class level method we can specify. If you go to my syntax, inside the class level method, I'm mentioning the class level data members. These are the three places I can mention. These are the three places you can mention. Okay, specifying okay, but how do you access them? We are defining, but we need to access them. Easy. Programmatically, instance data members can be accessed. Instance data members can be accessed or must be accessed or can be accessed with respect to the following syntaxes. Following syntaxes. Syntaxes. What are those syntax? Syntax number one, I'm writing object name dot name dot what? Instance data member. Instance data member. I'm going to write it. Instance data member name. I'm going to write it. Instance data member name. I'm going to write it. Why? They are available with whom? They are available with whom? Object. Your your details dot. Suppose you are there. Your object is called O1. Number name marks. What you will write? O1 dot data member name you will write it. O1 dot your number. O1 dot your name. O1 dot your marks. Like that O2 dot your data member name, your name, etc. O3 dot number, O3 dot name, O3 dot marks. These are all called accessing what? Individual person details or not? This is called object name dot. Syntax two, I will go for it. What is the syntax number two? There are no doubt in that. They are very complicated. Self dot instance data member name. Why they are complicated? Because we don't have the practicing. Project చేయమంటే చేయరు. Those who has done the project, that is a dead easy for them. Those who don't do the project, అంతే మంది డాక్టైల్. Like that. It is always like that. Instance data member name, there is a condition to be used, inside of, what, you know, instance method. Instance method. This I will explain you separately for you. Whereas when you come to the other area, I will mention it. Programmatically, class level data members can be accessed class level data members can be accessed with the following syntaxes. One is called class name dot what, class level data members. This is called class level data member. Here also class level data member name, class level data member name. Here I will write it CLS dot class level data member name. So here I am writing class level data member name, class level data member name to be used inside of which method? Class level method. So now I am going to enter into the coding. One by one I will show you. No doubt in that. Little difficulty will be there, but there is no other way for you. Oops means it is very complicated. Not only for you, even for working employee also. Oops means You will say, oops, it's very difficult. You will say, oops is difficult entered. Why? No knowledge of coding. But for me, oops, just I will oops like anything. Oops is oops for me. Nothing. Because almost in Java, it's a very difficult oops is in Java level. And in Python, dead easy. But intelligent mechanism it is. Now I'm entering into the subject. I will open one small diagram, students. Try to understand one small diagrammatic representation I want to show you here. Just for a minute. I will go to here one small diagrammatic representation. Try to observe it. Here I am going to take it. Look at. Carefully try to observe. To store number, name, marks, and etc. and a course using oops. Student is called what name? Class name. Number, name, marks, CRS are called what? Get student details. So display student details are called what? So our concern is about today what? Data members. So create one object. What is S1? Object. Of which class? Student class, student class, student class, student class. How many objects? 4. S1, S2, S3, S4, S100 objects are created. Every student is containing number, name, marks, course. Number, name, marks, course. Number, name, marks, course. All of them are called what? All of them are called what here? Instance data member. But every number is containing different, every name is different, every marks is different. But if you observe it, what is going to be the same? Course is going to be the same. Will you write Python all the times here? No. If I write all the times Python here, all the times, it takes lot of time or not? Lot of memory space also it will take. I don't want to waste my memory space again and again. I want to create the memory space how many times? One time. So Python memory space, CRS memory space to be created how many times? So that is known as what? Class level data members. So course is called which level data member? How many times it is created? How do you access this class name dot? What is the class name? Student dot CRS. How do I access this 100 here? S1 dot SNO. How do I access S2? S2 dot SNO. How do I access this SNO? S100 dot SNO. These are all called which accessing? Instance data members accessing. And what about this is called? Class level data member accessing. Class level data members are what purpose I said? Common purpose. It is going to be used by all these objects. It is for one time. Common values memory space to be created how many times? Only one time. So I'm going to introduce the coding now. Online students, I hope I'm reaching you about this concept. I hope I made you to understand the concept what I discussed here. Now I'm going to enter into the coding. Respond all of you. Only Sai Kumar, Aniket is responding. Others are not responding. Quick response is important. So next, open the notes all of you. Write a Python program quickly. Write a Python program which will store, which will store student number little bit fast. Which will store student number, student name, marks, student number, student name, and marks of various students, of various students, of various students by using by using classes and objects, by using classes and objects, by using classes and objects. So how we can go about it? Now I'm going to introduce now. Look at that. Start thinking about that question now. All of you. What is our concept says? Starting the concept with what? I want to store student number, student name, marks, etc. By using what? Classes and object. Then how do you start with? To store the data in classes and object, what we need? No, basically what do we need? Object. Data storage will be done in the object. Behind object, who is there? Class. So which class you want to take? Predefined class or programmer defined class? Programmer defined class I want to go for it. Programmer defined class I want to take it. That programmer defined class I am going to start with. And that too, various students I want to store. Various students will contain same roll number or different roll number. Different roll number. Name also different, marks also different. Number, name and marks are called what? Like that. Like that you have to prepare your own plan. Are you following me? So I'm going to write it. Instance. So here instance data members. Data member example 1.py. Instance data members example 1.py. So here I'm going to write it. Program for program for storing program for storing SNO comma name SName comma and what marks of multiple students of multiple students. Now I'm going to start with. So let us start with the things now. Hmm. What I do as usual, S1 is equal to S1 is equal to what I'm doing? Student of error. దానికన్నా ముందు L1 is equal to what is that? List of. No error. Why? List is a predefined class. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి L1 డాట్. ఇప్పుడు నేను L1 డాట్ అంటే ఏమేమి వచ్చినాయి అక్కడ? ఇండెక్స్, పాప్, ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్ కేమ్ ఆర్ నాట్. Actually, this index, sort, all these things are called our functions now, which I already taught or not. These are all defined in which class? And what are all the things are there inside the class? They are reflecting to where? Object as it is. That is my class concept. Very systematical I gave you. What are all the data members and methods are available in the class, which are appearing as it is, as a part of object with the memory space. That is the point. So, programmers can perform the operations and can store the data in the data members, performs the operations by using methods. So, this is going to be an object available here. So, I will remove that. Today, I'm going to write it S1 is equal to student of. You will get an error. What is that error? What is an error? Hmm? బుర్ర పెరగాలం ఏజ్ పెరిగకపోతే when you go on reading higher classes, your brain has to increase. If it decreases, that is a waste. So it is giving name error. Name error. There is no name is called a student here. So it is going to give you the error called name error. Unknown thing. This is the first error name I said to you in the classroom of mine. Anything is unknown. It is going to be called as what? Name error. Beginning days, if you require, that error only I started with. So to avoid this error, what should I do? I need to define what? Class. That means without defining the class, you cannot create object. So I will define a class. Class. What I'm going to do? Student. I'm going to say pass. So I'm going to explain this concept, this syntax for almost 2 to 3 days. I will explain this class concept, total syntax. Almost I will explain 2 to 3 days. It will take to me to complete this. Because it's a Munna by MBBS or Shankarda MBBS will complete this entire thing in half an hour, like your colleges. Like your colleges. So, in one college where my relative is studying, I already said regularly, last semester they have Python completed oops features in 45 minutes only. Oops over. That's why I'm saying oops is oops. That girl came and said, oops is oops. ఇట్లే చెప్పేస్తున్నాం అమ్మాయి. So that's all. Because she don't know anything. That ma'am and the ma'am is allotted for them to teach Python. These people are good rankers. And based on the teacher, these people also become oops. So this is a class name. And here class student, I said pass. Don't worry about that. I am starting from here. Class name. See, systematically we enter and coming to main program. Coming to main program. Class cannot do anything. A measurement with a shirt with all the specifications in the paper can't do anything. You cannot wear this paper and you cannot go to the function. Will you go to the function? No. So you have to implement that class so that object will create. Now I'm going to create S1 is equal to what? Student of. Student of. I'm going to say. What is this S1 here? Object. Next is called what? S2 is equal to what I'm doing again? Student of. I'm going to write a student of once again. Yes, done. Both the objects are created. Do you know what is happening? S1 is created with an address here available in the memory 123. S2 object is created with the memory here XXX 345. 345. So in S1, I will place my own data. In S2, I will place my own data. First, let me print the ID. Let me print the ID here. Print of ID of S1. ID of S1 is equal to ID of S1. You know how to get the ID of it. ID of S2 is equal to ID of S2. Just to have a look like this. Now got it. This is about two objects created because I decided to store two objects I want to create. Create two objects of which class? Student class. Why two students objects I am creating? To store two student details. So first object data different, second object address is different. Those IDs are not fixed. They are going to be changing constantly. So IDs are not important for us, but whenever I run that object will have some space in the main memory. Is it clear? Now, online students, to create an object, definitely what is required? Class definition is required. Now, place the data, place the data in S1. The data which I am placing in S1 are called which data? Come on, which data? Huh? ఇప్పుడే కదా మొద్దు చెప్పింది. Here, already I said to you, the data members are available with an object, and hence those data members are called object level data members. Which level data members? Instance data members. So I want to write it. So place the data in S1. What type of data that is? Instance data members. Instance data members. Instance data members. How do you place it? In S1, I want to place it. In S1, in S1, S1 is created with an ID. S1 created with an ID. S2 created with an ID. Now I want to place the data inside 456. In S1, I want to place the data. Since Python is a dynamically typed programming language, what you want to choose inside that, it is your own choice. Because the dynamically typed programming says that no need to define in the beginning only. S1 dot SNO is equal to 100. S1 dot SNO is equal to 100. So in S1, which one I am placing? SNO. What is the SNO here called? Instance data member. S1 dot name is equal to I am writing Rosam here. S1 dot marks is equal to I am writing here called what? 34.56 I am writing. What is this SNO called here? SNO comma name comma and what next? Marks are called what? Instance data members are called instance data members. I hope we are understanding this. Are called which data members? Instance data members. Now I want to see that diagrammatically this is available like this. SNO, next SName, marks, like this they are available. Like that S2 also I will place. Like that S2 also I will place. How to place S2? Here I am going to write it. Place the instance data members in S2 called what? Instance data members. No need to take SNO. You can take STNO. No need to take name. You can take SName also. No need to take same thing called marks. You can take even called what? S marks. You can take it. It is your own choice because Python is what? Dynamically typed programming language. So finally, how many data members I placed in each object? Muddu, how many data members I placed in each object? Three. Learn. Ilchan. లేకున్నారంతా all lazy people taking a very big breakfast and coming to the class. Brain is not working. కొద్దిగా తక్కువ తినండి brain work చేస్తుంది. To try to take a less breakfast so that brain will work. How many data members are there in object S1? 3. How many data members are there in S2? 3. 3. How do you find 3 data members are there? 4 data members are there. How do you find out? I want to print the number of elements in number of data members in S1 is equal to what? 3. Number of data members in S2 is equal to S2 is equal to what? 3. Even I can place more than that also. S2 dot ADDR is equal to Hyderabad. I can write it. So S1 contains 3 data members. S2 will contain what? More number of data members even. Are you following that? Now I want to display. How to find the number of data members? I will go for it. Come on. Display. I'm going to say display. Data display the content of which object? S1 object. How do you display the content of S1 object? I'm going to write print of. I'm going to write a backslash t. I'm writing student number. Student number is equal to, how do you write it? S1 dot SNO. Already I said, how to access? Which number you are accessing? S1 na, S2 na. That is called S1 is called what? Object name. Object name. Next, student name. Which student name? S1 dot name. If you write a S name, you will get error. Which error? Attribute error. Attribute error. Name error కాదు. Attribute error. Where is it? Complex number. A is equal to 2 plus 3j. A dot real. A dot imag. If anything, write A dot imaginary. I said that days itself is called what? Error came. Here also attribute error. Attribute error. Name error generally people will say, but no. Attribute error. Are you following me? Next, come on, I will write what? Student marks is equal to S1 dot marks. This is called which student data? Which student data? First student data. Print of. I'm going to write a first student data. This is first student data. First student data. Next, similarly, I will go for which object? Second student object data I want to print. Second student object data I want to print. So there I am going to write it. Once again, second student object data. Come on here. Second student data. How do you display? How do you display second student data? So I am going to write it S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. Here also S2 dot. Try to run this. So got it. IDs are coming. First student data. Got second student data. Online student. Simple example. First simple example. You want to take it. Address also for S2. S2 dot ADDR is equal to HYD. No problem. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. In this case, what I am writing? Student address. Student ADDR. Address is equal to what? S2 dot what? ADDR. ADDR. You run this code. You are getting address HYD. If you write by mistake in this place, if we write by mistake in this place, what will happen? S1 dot ADDR. You will get what error? Attribute error will be coming. Attribute error will come here. Attribute error is coming. So that we don't want. Here I will write it in this case. So it doesn't mean that you need to take the same details. You can take even different details also. Now at this point of time, we understood how to mention instance data members. Are you following? Next, online students, is it clear? Now I'm going to enter into an important discussion now. Is it clear, students? Now I will go to the another way to develop this. Be careful. Here I am going to take the second way. Be careful. Instance data members example 2.py. So in this case, here we are getting it. So anyhow, you understood the object ID and everything. This I will take it off. This I will take it off, students. This part I will take it off. Okay. This part I will take it off. Now, students, try to understand. Two objects are created. You are placing that. But today, I want to print this data something different. I want to print this data something different, not in the same style like a previous. Second methodology I am going to tell. If you are capable of holding this knowledge, you hold it. No, no, sir, I want only this one means already I said. How do you? S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot. Where is the syntax here? Where is the syntax? Inside of, what is this? Object name dot instance data. What is this now? Through an object I mentioned it. Here, how I mentioned it? Through an object. Through an object I wrote it. Through an object I wrote it. That's the first approach. How I am accessing? Object dot object dot. Second example I am going to write it. Students, the moment when you write this data members, the moment when you write this object S1, the moment when you write an object S1 in like this, SNO, you are writing. Do you know internally this is available something like this 100 SNO colon 100 name colon online students name colon what rosum name colon rosum. Next is called marks colon what? 34.56. This is available in our object. How it is available? It is available in the form of dictionary. Internally, in our object, whenever an object is created, something like that, this one, whenever it is created, by default, one empty dictionary is placed. Why? To hold my instance data member names, to hold its values. So our object stores the instance data and its values in the form of what? Dictionary. Sir, how to find the dictionary? Here, how many values are available? To get this dictionary data, you have to use S1 dot. Python is providing the implicit variable, which is the magic variable, S1 double underscore S1 dot. Whichever object dictionary data you want to print, S1 double underscore dot, double underscore, dict double underscore you need to write. Any variable starts with a double underscore, any variable ends with a double underscore, which we call it as a magic variable, we can call it as, or dunder variable we can call. Dunder variable I can say. During the package time, I said to you an important example. An empty file I said underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py I said. That is known as what? Dunder variable we can call. Here, that variable is known as what? Magic variable or dunder variable. DU stands for what? Double underline. Double underline kind of variable is called dunder variable or magic variable. Here also, in this case, what is going to print? It is going to print empty, it will print. How do you print this data? S1 dot, S1 dot, double underscore. What is this now? Dict we will write it. So I will print the data now. Online students. Now here I am writing print of content of. I am writing content of S1 object is equal to comma S1 dot underscore underscore dict. Content of S2 object. Content of S2 object is equal to S2 dot double underscore dict. It will print what? Empty. Are you following this? Empty. How to print a number of values here? Print of number of values, number of values, number of values in S1 object is equal to how to print it? How to print it? చూసారా మీకు ఏమి రాదు చదువు లేదు మళ్ళా ఎల్ఈఎన్ ఆఫ్ S1 dot underscore underscore dict How do you find the number of values in the dictionary? LN. LN only I am applying LN of S1 dot underscore underscore dict of LN I am writing. Number of values in S2 object is equal to number of values in S2 object is equal to S2 dot object. So here I am going to write it. So is equal to 0, 0 here. Number of values is equal to 0. How many values? 0. So next is called what? Similarly, I will place this. In this case, I will place it. This ఇక్కడ place చేస్తాను నేను. Number of values in S1 and S2 objects. Number of values in S1 and S2 objects. How many are there here? 3 are there. How to print those values? Now I want to write it. ఇక్కడ తీసుకెళ్తాను. ఇక్కడ place చేస్తాను. Second object student data. 3 values will be there. How to print this object data? That is my target today. I think you people are following. How to print the data? Tell me now. How to print the data now for first object? Hmm? First of all, online students, did you understand S1 underscore dict of here? How do you get the data from this object? ఎందుకని మీరు అసలు డేటా మెంబర్ నేమ్ కామా డేటా మెంబర్ వాల్యూ ఇన్ S1 dot underscore dict S1 underscore dict dot items. Already items function is completed. For k comma value in d1 dot items of. కంప్లీట్ అయిందా లేదా? అన్నీ అయిపోయింది కానీ ఇక్కడ లేదు ఇది. ఎందుకు? ఇంత బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్, ఇంత లంచ్, ఇంత డిన్నర్. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ బ్రెయిన్ విల్ బికమ్ సో లేజీ. దట్స్ వై నాట్ రిమెంబరింగ్. దానికి తగినట్టు చదువు ఉందా? లేదు. తినడం, నిద్రపోవడం, ఈటింగ్, స్లీపింగ్. మీరంటే మీరు కదా, అందరూ అంతే. ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ వచ్చే వాళ్ళంతా అంతే. మీరు ఏమన్నా తిట్టుకోండి, నన్ను ఫ్యాక్ట్ మాట్లాడతాను నేను ఎప్పుడు కూడా. ఇవన్నీ ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఫైండింగ్స్. No hostel owner will say, please read the notes. Why are you wasting your time like that? Will anybody will say? No. If you stay more number of days in the hostel, they are getting benefited. So come to the point. So I will use print of, I will say here \t. I will write it here. I'll say here dot format of data member name comma data member value. This is called one thing. Execute. Beautiful. I got it. Number of student first time 0. Number of values in S1 object 3. 3 values. I got it. Madhu Baba, are you okay? Palkanda. Are you following? Is this items function already completed or not? Completed. But remembering, ledu. Now I will write it. One more thing. I will write like this. One more way. I can write what? Keys. That time you will get it what? DM1 data member name. Here I will write it what? I want to print the value. How do you print the value? ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి మరి చూద్దాం. Tell me, how do you write it? How do you print the data member value? You tell me. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పారనుకో చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తా. ఇప్పుడు చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తాం. నా దగ్గర ఉంది ఒక చాక్లెట్, ఆల్మండ్ చాక్లెట్ ఉంది. మీరొద్దు, మీ చాక్లెట్ వద్దు. ఎందుకని మీరు? సో S1 dot underscore dict S1 dot underscore dict dot get off data member name. S1 dot underscore dict dot get off data member name. Data member name is called key. I got my values. What a beautiful subject. There is another way is also there. What is the another way? Data member name. This is called another way. Third way. This is another way. Closing bracket problem. Need to take the bracket again. See that. Got an output. Okata runda. I know so many, but you don't know one also. Another way. Keys this is. I don't write even keys also. I will go to third way, fourth way. Output is like this. Output got it. Another way off like this. I can get it. Dot what? Get off. DMN. DMN. So I got my output. This is another way. See how many ways. కానీ మనం చదువుకోం. Even sorry shouting on me like that daily, you will not. So coming to the point back. Dot what? Items off. Dot items off. So I will write it here. DMN comma. What is this? DMV. DMV. Data member name comma D data member value. So I will write it DMN comma. What do you know? DMV. DMV. So this is going to be like this. And this is the easiest part for you. How to print it another way? This is one thing is over. Another way I want to print it. What is the next way? Next way to print it, the same mechanism I will call it. What is the same mechanism now? I'm going to call it DMN. Next is called what? S1 dot here. Simply you call it like this. Another way I'm writing. This one I'm writing S1 dot underscore dict of DMN. This is called what? S2. This is S2. Second object kada? S2. This is S2. Execute that. That I'm getting it. Data member name I'm getting. Which one I'm using there? S2. This is called what? This is S1. And what is the S2 values? Okay, same values. 200 here you take it. You take it as Travis here. Travis you take it. So something like you take it as 44 point you take it. Try to run this data. So am I getting different values or not? So this is going to be called as which kind of concept? Which concept? Instance data members. I want to go for what also? Class level data members I want to add. కూర్చోండి మళ్ళీ అవసరమైనప్పుడు లేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. మీరు కూర్చుంటే లేలేరు, లేస్తే కూర్చోలేరు. ప్రాబ్లం వీళ్ళందరి ప్రాబ్లం అది. When you sit, unable to stand. When you stand, unable to sit also. So coming to the point. So no. Hmm? Online students, are you following me? Now I'll go to which level data members I want to say. How I'm accessing? Through object I'm accessing. Through what? Through dict object also I'm accessing. Class level data members I'm going to discuss. Let us go to the class level data member now. Class level data members. Class level data members. Class level data members example 1.py. This whoops is I like it very much. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఎవడికి రాదు, నాకు బాగా చాలా బ్రహ్మాండంగా వచ్చేది. Generally, whoops, nobody knows. But I teach you like anything. This is after all very simple. In Java, almost we went to research and development stage. మీకే కాదు, it is difficult to the faculty only. But I'm explaining beyond the previous topics. Let me come to inheritance, polymorphism, many more things. Every example I can tell through oops. A level of confidence, that level of subject is required. How it will come? Only eating, sleeping, charting to rather. Reading, practicing, and listening, writing the notes. With that only the subject will come. Correct? Okay. Now I'm going to say program for demonstrating, program for demonstrating here, demonstrating the class level data members, class level data members here. Now I'm going to say, actually in Django also whoops is there. Actually, when you go to industry, Django should be explained through whoops only. But all these people will do what? They will explain through functions. Why? You don't know whoops. If he explain whoops, you will be whoops. That's why they don't touch the whoops. But actual development in the industry is through whoops only. Understand? In AI also, through OOPS only, that robotics application will become, data analytics application will become. Even NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib also through OOPS only we have to explain. That is only I will explain. YouTubers, JTubers, this XYZ tubers will not explain. Internet people, all those things, something they will explain. If you go to data analytics, data analysis, any AI field, machine learning, if you go, this is only the concept you will come across. అక్కడ ఏముంటది నంపైలో ఎన్డి అరే క్లాస్ ఉంటది. ఎన్డి అరే క్లాస్. ఎన్డి అరే క్లాస్. దట్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్? డేటా మెంబర్స్, మెథడ్స్, కన్స్ట్రక్టర్స్, డిస్ట్రక్టర్స్. In pandas, what is there? Series class is there, time series class, and a data frame class is there. Data frame. Data frame is what? Class. Series is what? Class. What is a class? Collection of data members, methods, constructors, destructors. Data members types, methods types, constructor types. Okay. Simple. If you know class, you can learn any class. If you don't know class, no class. No class, no data. ఓకే రైట్. నేను ఎక్కడో చూసాను ఈ మధ్య, నో కాలేజ్ ఫుల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అని బైక్ వెనక రాస్తుంటాడు ఒక్కొక్కడు. నో కాలేజ్ ఫుల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అని. నాకు గుర్తొచ్చింది ఇక్కడ ఫుల్ కాలేజ్ నో నాలెడ్జ్ అని. ఆ బైక్ వెనకాల చూశాను. బైక్ వెనకాల రాసుకుంటారు కదా, అది ఉంటది కదా రెయిన్ ప్రొటెక్టర్, అక్కడ ఉంటుంది కదా బ్యాక్ సైడ్ ఏమని మామ్ గిఫ్ట్, డాడ్ గిఫ్ట్, గాడ్ గిఫ్ట్ ఏదో రాసుకొని ఉంటారు వెనక. వాట్ దట్ పర్సన్ హాజ్ రిటర్న్? నో కాలేజ్ ఫుల్ నాలెడ్జ్. ఎట్లా అది? నాకు ఇమీడియట్ డౌట్ వచ్చింది. మా స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫుల్ కాలేజ్ నో నాలెడ్జ్ అని. వై? 75% అటెండెన్స్ ఈస్ దేర్, దట్ కాల్ ఫుల్ కాలేజ్ ఓన్లీ. వాట్ నాలెడ్జ్? నో నాలెడ్జ్. డైలీ మీతో ఆడుకుంటా ఉంటాను కొద్దిసేపు. కమ్ టు ద కాన్సెప్ట్. క్లాస్. నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్ నేమ్ హియర్? స్టూడెంట్. సే inside of that, inside of that I am going to enter into where? Class level data members. To store which values? Common values. Whose memory space will create how many times? To be defined in how many places? 3 places. First one what? Inside the class definition. Here I said only one. Through an object only I said. These are I will tell you in the next class. Through class definition, inside the class definition. Still time is almost over. You have to stay still 5 more minutes. CRS is equal to, CRS is equal to, what is the course? Python. What is CRS is called? Here CRS is called class level data member. Class level data member. Okay. Class level data members available in the object? Available in the object? Come on. They are not available as a part of object. ఇక్కడ చూపించాను కదమ్మా, ఇక్కడ లేదు లేదు లేదు. దిస్ ఇస్ అవైలబుల్ యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ హౌ మెనీ టైప్స్? 1 time. ఆర్ దే అవైలబుల్ యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్? నో. Sir, how can you prove that, sir? Go to which program? Main program. Create what? S1 is equal to what? Student. S1 is equal to student. Okay. Print of what? Content of. Content of what? S1. Content of S1. What is the content of S1 object is equal to? Come on, what I said? S1 dot underscore underscore dict. How to print the content of your object? S1 dot underscore underscore object. If it is available, definitely it will print or not. Is it available? Huh? No, it is not there. Suppose if you write S1 dot what? CRS is equal to Python. If I write like this, by saying that it is here, if I say that it is called what? Pass like this. Pass. Is it showing that Python here or not? CRS is equal to Python is available or not? But is it so? In our previous case, no, na. It is called a CLS data member. And what is the length of it? Print of, come on, print of, what is this? LEN of, LEN of what? S1 underscore dict. What is the length? 0. No values are available. That means class L1 object, S2 object also I will create, S2 object also I will create. Come on, content of S1, content of S2, content of S2 object, S2 dot, S2 dot, here S2 dot. All of them are containing nothing, whose values are 0, 0 only. Are you following? But how many times memory space created? How many times memory space created? Only once, irrespective of how many objects created. Two. Two objects created. How many times memory space created? One time only. So how do you go for accessing? How how do access? Come on, print of. Come on, student course is equal to access the student course. You need to say automatically student.crs. What is the student? Class name dot class level data member. Here I wrote it. Class level data members must be accessed with respect to class name dot class level data member. Don't write a CLS. There is lot of discussion will be there about the CLS. Execute now. I got it. Student course is equal to Python coming or not? Come on. Yes, online students. This is one thing. Second example I am telling how to define in another way student. Another way how to define. So 2.py, 2.py, you observe it. This is you carry forward. In this case, I will write it. In this case, don't write this here. Inside the class, you don't write. Inside the main program, you write it. Inside the main program. You can write inside the main program also. In this place, you can write it. How do you write it? Student dot. Student dot CRS is equal to Python. Here CRS is called what? Class level data member. Are you getting it? This is a way to mention inside the program. Execute. This is also called what? Python only coming. How many ways are there to define the class level data member? Totally how many ways? Three ways. We have seen about what? Inside the class definition, inside the main program. Come to both the programs I want to tell. Both instance, instance, class level data members, class level data members. Example 1.py. In py. I am going to take it in this case instance data members example 1 చూపిస్తాను మీకు ఇక్కడ. So I will go to this place. Here I will carry this entire description once. Here I will take it. In this case, where is my answer? Here I will get it. Instance and class level data members. So this I am going to take it. This place I will take it. Here I will write it. Storing, what is that? Number, name, marks, and what? And course of all students. Course of multiple students. So go to where? Inside. Now course is common for everybody or not? Where do you define? Inside the class. What is the CRS is equal to? Python. CRS is equal to Python. What is the CRS is called? Here CRS is called what? Class level data member. Class level data member. Class level data member. Class level data member. This object contains what? ID. That you already understood that. That you already understood. So coming to this. Number name marks. Number name marks. Number name marks. This is called a 200. This is called something like a hunter. This is something like 64. First student data, second student data, along with the student. How many values are there in S1? Three only. Here three only. But fourth one, this will not come. Class level data member is not a part of object. It won't take the memory space in the object. That is going to be common for all the objects. Diagrammatic representation I wrote. How do you print then here? How do you print? For you to understand, student course, student course is equal to, how do you write it? Student dot, come on, CRS. Similarly, I will take here also, what I'll do? Student course is equal to student dot CRS. Execute. I got perfectly. What is this now? S1 dot. S1 dot. If you want to have some clarification, len of here, clarification, print of len of, what is that? S1 dot underscore dict. Here, S2 dot len underscore S2 dot, like this. Try to run this course once again. You see here, I got it 3, 3 only, but 4 values are coming. The fourth value is not a part of object. It is going to be for both the objects. What is the common value? Course. What is that course is here? Class level data member. How course can be accepted here? How course I am accepting? Class name dot. You should not write it CLS dot. How to use CLS? There is a separate mechanism. Online students, I hope with this concept today, what are the class level data member? What is an instance data member? This part is completed. This I will introduce tomorrow class. The second part of instance. This also we have seen these two. The third part of class level data member. Second part of instance method in instance member. Tomorrow I will tell you through which one. Through methods I will tell. Tomorrow I will tell you about the methods I will introduce in the class. So no doubt in that. Difficult in projecting. Once you go to home, if you practice it by seeing this diagram and everything, I'll just post this. And if you read these notes thoroughly and practice that, you will understand. Okay. So I'll stop the class. Tomorrow I'll go for